Seth, this is something we reported with colleagues in Europe and in the Middle East this morning. My understanding is from sources there's one key name, which is Humane. That's who xAI is talking to. What do we need to know here?
I think this is one of the rare providers in the region that could probably get xAI, several gigawatts of capacity in the coming years. And it speaks to, I think, the scope of Elon's ambition. It was only a year or so ago that people were still scratching their heads about what he wanted to do with xAI and where it really sat in the ecosystem. Now we're looking at a company that is technically valued at around $200 billion, and expanding infrastructure at a scale that's starting to rival OpenAI and Meta, though perhaps not quite at the same level yet. Of course, what we're waiting to hear is now what's the product, what's the revenue stream, all of that makes it a big business.
Right. So in Memphis, Tennessee, you have Colossus, hyperscale data center footprint. The rest of the reporting is that, they might also be looking at the UAE. There's a relationship with G42 and Elon Musk. They might be looking at Africa. The main thing is, you just mentioned it, the product. Where is xAI at? Grok 4 was this big moment on social media, but what do we know about the model and its capabilities?
Yeah, this still feels like a company that's making more headlines for the controversies than for the capabilities of its products. That said, it does seem to be hitting benchmarks that are comparable to some of the leading providers out there, including OpenAI. But what we have not seen really from xAI yet is it play a real central role in the business and developer ecosystem. This is not a company that's partnered and done deals with a bunch of Fortune 500 brands. It's not necessarily a central tool for developers and software engineers. They are starting to implement higher price tiered products that might start to gen up revenue. But I don't know that we've really seen it prove the business case yet. But who knows where it goes in the next 6 months.